Devotional number 117, and today's date is August 25th, 2016. We are looking this week at a passage in Luke 15 having to do with the prodigal son. And I'll go ahead and read. This is Luke 15. I'll start with verse 13. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land, and he began to be in want. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husks that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. Now, this term, the far country, actually represents this sin-cursed world into which Christ came in order to demonstrate how he had secured salvation for all of his chosen people as the lamb slain from the foundation of the world. And we see here where, we talked about this in our previous study, that the famine has to do with the Great Tribulation, because each of the three Great Tribulations in the Bible began with a famine. And he joined himself to a citizen of that country, and really the far country is our sin-cursed world, and we know that Satan is the one that rules in this sin-cursed world as a result of Adam and Eve's fall into sin, even though obviously God is overall in control of everything that happens, including what he allows Satan to do and what not. And here we find himself feeding swine, which is kind of interesting because today we're commanded to feed sheep. Feeding swine, the swine represents an unclean animal or the unsaved. You might recollect the historical parable of the two Gadarene demoniacs that Jesus approached, and they had a legion of devils in them, and Christ rebuked the devils, and the devils asked, send us into the swine, because those that do not have a Savior are under the dominion of Satan. Satan is their spiritual father. And so we find him here feeding swine in a far country, and it says, and no man gave unto him. And this is significant. These are two words, actually three words. No man gave unto him. No man is Strong's number 1325. Gave is Strong's number 3762. And him is Strong's number 846. And these three words are interesting because of the fact that they appear in some other verses which have to do where these words are used together, for example, and they have to do with salvation. In John 3:27, we read, John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven.